What's up, people? Welcome to the next episode of Beer Nights. I don't know what number it is, what season, what episode number one. I don't know, because usually the other guy says that stuff, and apparently I'm doing this episode alone. I don't know what's going on here, but sometimes people flake. So I'm going to be holding down the fort all by myself this episode. Let's be honest, we all know that I'm the one that's talking. It's all good. So we got a lot of special.
But he's not the interesting guy. I'm the interesting guy. I'm the champ. That's right. I got it all right here.
What the fuck did you get that thing?
I spent. I
earned
it. I earned it.
We don't want to know how much you
I
spent.
won it.
Nobody cares about money. Wait a minute. Why do you have the belt?
Yeah.
I won.
Won what?
The bet. Yeah, no, I definitely.
Bet.
You know the bet. You're drinking non-alcoholic beer night. You know what? The champ is here. The champ is here. What's going on? Thank you for hitting my mic. This is why you're not the champ. Because you're bad on camera. What's going on? We're doing our next. Okay, give us the number.
22. Episode 22.
Episode 22. Only 22?
22?
Why do I feel like the last one was like 25?
The last one doesn't count as an episode because we were at a brewery last time.
Are we counting down now?
No.
I got the belt. It doesn't matter what fucking episode number it is because I got the strap. I got the strap.
Must be nice.
The A-Rod. Oh, it's upside down.
I
got the strap. I won the bet.
Yeah,
You're drinking non-alcoholic beer tonight. What was our bet again? I don't remember.
The Super Bowl bet. This is back in fucking January.
The Chiefs over the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we're finally getting back to the bet.
It fits nicely. It fits nicely. I think it fits around my gut better than yours.
Probably. I don't think it'll go around mine.
Why? But, they're both there. Yours is just a little bit more obvious.
Rounder. Yeah. All right. You set the belt down, champ.
We all know it's here. It can stay off camera.
Right.
But so you have to drink non-alcoholic beer for this entire episode, except for the one and only special segment we're doing right here because we're doing a beer review and we are not going to review a non-alcoholic beer.
No, we're not doing that. So I'm going to be good and sober by the end of this episode.
Which is unfortunate because the segments are probably going to get pretty boring because usually hilarity ensues because Steve has a hard time putting complete sentences together.
Yeah,
so
I think that's what it is.
It's amongst other things,
I try my hardest.
You know what's going to happen though? Okay, so here's a positive. Here's in the plus column of you not drinking. Shirts are going to stay on. I like that.
I mean, it happens when I'm not drunk either, but whatever.
It happens when you're not drunk either.
That makes sense.
You need to be.
We pre-gamed out a couple beers beforehand, so there you go.
You know what time it is?
Beer time.
It's beer review time.
Yes, sir. What are we reviewing?
Here's yours, and then I'll hold. So we decided on something a little different this go around. What did we do? Do you remember what we reviewed last time? I don't remember.
Well, we were at a brewery last time, but
that's right. I keep forgetting about that.
Attitude Brewing Company.
That's right.
Great stuff.
Great episode, by the way. Check it out if you haven't watched it yet. So before that, what did we review?
It was something Garrett brought. I don't remember. Some Belgium Was it Leffy?
That's right. No, it wasn't Leffy. So, but okay. So we're doing an ale, but it's
maybe
it's a cream ale.
All right.
So I picked this one because I like cream ale, and then I feel like they don't get enough love, because everybody's all into the hoppy ales, especially the IPAs, right? So this says America's original lawnmower beer.
Lawnmower. Huh?
All right.
I've been doing a lot of lawn mowing lately, so.
From the Lincoln Beer Company. And where are they located? See, this is why you should prepare.
Yeah, we did
for
not
your
prepare
segments.
at all. Burbank,
California. California.
Not too far from.
No, the LA area, the
Yes.
nice part of LA. For
It's
those of you who don't know,
so it's 11 IBUs.
which is pretty light.
That's pretty light.
But it's a cream ale. So
Four
it should be.
point 62% alcohol. That's not bad. It says
light.
vegan on it too, as well.
It's, well, it's a cream ale,
Eh,
and I like cream ale. So we're gonna fuck around and find out right now. So, you okay there? You need help?
little kind of. I don't know what I'm doing. How am I?
Is this your first rodeo?
First radio.
First episode of Beer Night?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's not make a mess, please.
Look, I'm Chris back in the old spot, spilling on his bar or your pool table.
On the what?
Your pool table, spilling beer on your pool.
Beer, man. Jesus Christ.
No, you didn't. Go back to episode 4. Well, no. Or 5, actually.
Can't put a fucking sentence together, but he's an encyclopedia of Beer Night segments.
Yes.
Look at the body of that. It's super light looking.
It is light.
Like it does not look like an ale. It looks like a lager or a pilsner. Look at that.
You can see through it this time.
That does not look like a cream ale at all.
No.
Wow. I'm interested. I don't know if I'm interested in a good way or a bad way. You know what this did a great job of, though? Filling our glass.
Yeah,
'Cause
big
it's
time.
It's a tall can.
Tall
so.
can. Feels like you see the logo nice and good.
Yeah. There's
Looks tasty. Looks like a refreshing beer is what it looks like.
Yes, it looks refreshing. That's what I was going to say. It looks like a golfing beer.
Yeah.
You know how long it's been since I fucking
It's
played golf?
lawn beer.
Lawnmower.
Lawnmower beer.
Lawnmower. Not
Whatever.
lawn.
I forgot mower.
Yeah. Important. So when you're on your riding mower, back in Kalinga,
Yeah.
you can crack one of these.
I
take it around.
might as well.
You know when the last time I played golf is, to kind of back up a little bit? I think the last time I played golf was when I played with your sorry ass.
Oh, that was
a long fucking time
horrible
ago.
time, yes. Fun time, but horrible.
Fun. Yeah, I was hacking the
Horrible.
ball all over the
Yeah,
place.
same
It was a
here.
Bad day. Bad day. But we drank beer. So
Yes.
there's that.
Well, let's drink this one. Let's
Okay.
check her out.
That is not a cream ale. I know what,
It's crispy and doesn't have a lot of flavor.
so it says ingredients are Pilsner malt, flaked corn, hops, yeast, and water. I think I know why this is vegan. Because it doesn't appear to have any of the. I'm joking. I mean, I'm sure you can make a vegan ale, but if I was vegan, I'd probably do better. But I'm not. But I feel like it doesn't have any of the, the depth of the malt and the yeast that usually make an ale full bodied.
Yeah,
Like it's very, very light. It's a lager. I mean, it really is
Yeah.
a lager. I don't know why they're calling this a cream ale. Maybe I'll get more as I drink more. But
You don't get that creamy feeling when you're drinking it like in other cream ales.
it's slight.
It's
very slight.
Barely taste
It's
anything
there,
of it.
like it's at the front, like at the
Yeah.
very when it first hits your tongue. There's like you're like oh the cream, and then it's like gone, and then it's like oh it tastes like a lager or a pilsner, and it's made with pilsner malt. But so like it should.
Yeah.
It's almost like they used very low quantities of. I wish we had the brewers on this episode again because they could be more scientific with what
Yeah.
we're trying
We
to
need to go
convey
to a
here.
brewery.
But it just feels like it's very modest on all of the ingredients. Like they were just like, we could put a lot in here, but nah, let's keep it very light. And it doesn't.
It is such a light beer.
It's not an ale. Like I don't.
Oh.
I'm just. That's what I keep going back to. Is if you drink a lot of ales, let's be honest, we do. We
Yeah.
drink more ales than anything because they're so common, right? Especially with the pale ale IPA revolution. Everybody's drinking ales now. When it
Yeah.
used to be more of a niche thing when everybody was drinking lager, pilsner. Now everybody's kind of drinking ales, and this, honestly, it's kind of a throwback to. It's not even like a pale lager, like a heavy lager, like I don't know, like a Heineken or something like that, where it hits a little harder. It's really light.
So it hits really good when you first take a drink of it.
Yes, on the front end.
Very front end. It's very crisp. Has a nice bite to it. And it's just kind of, it's all downhill from there almost. It goes away and there's no flavor that's lingering at all for me at all.
The only flavor that's lingering is that Pilsner malt. I keep saying
I get a little bit of it, but it's not
I
much.
keep comparing it to a lager, and lagers and pilsners are extremely
Mm.
similar. But so what it's reminding me of now are the Czech pilsners, like Pilsner Urquell is
Yeah.
obviously, but that kind of quintessential Czechoslovakian pilsner, where it's got that almost sour pilsner flavor, but
Mhm.
not like too much. It's very light and tastes kind of, I guess, for lack of a better word, watery. Very light and very drinkable, but it just doesn't have the flavor I was expecting. When I'm drinking a cream ale, I'm expecting a certain amount of,
Yeah, a certain
like,
amount
there's
of
there's
like
expectations there. I'm expecting a heavy body,
yeah,
right?
heavy body
So
definitely.
a lot of malt, a little bit of hops, and then very much that vanilla cream flavor. Not too much because it's not like like Cali cream or anything like that. But a normal cream ale will have that little you know essence of vanilla in there, but then have that really creamy kind of thick feel and body to it, and also a thicker flavor. If we're going some less tangible, but like a thicker flavor, it's the opposite end of the spectrum of all of that. Very light on flavor, light on body, and it just tastes like a European pilsner or a lager. Really,
Yeah, yeah.
it does.
I'm not getting good vibes with this beer at all. I don't know. I
You
think
you know what a lot of your non-alcoholic beers tonight are going to taste like?
oh god, I don't even want to
They're gonna
know.
they're gonna taste like this.
Probably. Ugh.
Interesting. That I just don't. Why are you calling this a cream ale?
Yeah,
Why? It's like
there's nothing creamy
I
about
don't
it.
want to sound like mean, but it's almost like false advertising.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. I j-
This is probably like our first beer that we reviewed that's not very good.
we've had it's okay. You forgot to turn the fan off too.
Yeah.
We've had other beers that haven't been super likable. Let's just say
I
that.
think this one kind of
Really?
well, maybe that stone that
The beer movie lines.
yeah, Garrett brought that
Yeah.
time. Bad.
Like
I mean, it's a drinkable beer. Don't get me wrong. I can drink this, sip on it. It's fine. It's just there's no good aftertaste to it at all. It's and that's what
no.
like in a beer. I like a good aftertaste. Nothing.
It gives me that Pilsner lager
Yeah,
aftertaste
yeah,
where that kind of really light malt is sitting on almost like a malt liquor.
yeah.
And you've had like Mickey's before,
Yeah, I
right?
have Mickey's.
Mickey's.
Yeah,
It's almost kind of that malt flavor that's
yeah.
sitting on the back of your tongue. That, for lack of a better phrase, cheap. That cheap kind of malt flavor because
Yeah.
malt liquors are generally cheap. And you know you can drink them, but you have to keep drinking them, right? Like it doesn't sit with you. Like you don't have that pleasant
Mm.
aftertaste, like you were saying. It's not really liking it either, honestly. It's mostly because I just wanted more. I wanted more out of this,
I
and
wanted
it's
more
just
flavor.
not. It's not exactly. That's
There's
what I'm
no
saying.
flavor. Yeah.
It's not delivering.
No.
If I was expecting to drink just like a malt liquor or a malt lager, then I'd be fine. But I was expecting a cream ale. My
Yeah.
expectations here,
We don't.
because I've had some great cream ales. We like Cali cream a lot, but that one's a little bit flavorful for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But something like Wexford's cream ale is a great cream ale and it's very creamy and very ale-y in the name, right? This
Not
is
this
like
one.
you're like
You get neither.
what? Like it's just
You get
not.
neither in the name.
I know it's very creamy
Ugh.
and very ale-y is super scientific.
I don't. Yeah. Creamy and alien. I don't know. Where's our fucking brewmaster here? As we talk about crappy beers, and sip on this. You want to talk about the Bud Light controversy at all, or nay?
What's the Bud Light controversy?
So they they gave was it like advertised a trans woman, Dylan Mulvaney, I believe her name is, uh for Pride Month or whatever,
Okay,
and their stock dropped so much. They lost like $8 billion in
really?
their stock because they advertised this trans woman to be their spokesperson for Bud Light.
Okay,
and a lot of Bud Light drinkers did not like that, so they're not buying it anymore.
Okay, so sure, we can talk about this. You want to
Yeah.
talk about how big of idiots people are? Is that what we're
Yeah.
get into? So first of all,
Have you heard it? Have you ever? Did you hear about this or no?
no, because it's Bud,
You don't like
it's
watch
Bud
anything.
Light.
It's Bud
It's
Light. Yeah.
Bud
Don't
Light.
drink it anyways, but
So I want to start this conversation off by saying it's Bud Light, and you all probably shouldn't be drinking it anyway.
for sure.
Okay. So with that being said, their target audience. Let's
It's male,
let's let's
right?
let's
And then
let's let's say let's find the best way to say this. I wouldn't. It sounds mean. I was gonna. Okay, so full disclosure, I was gonna generalize and say they're not the most intelligent people in the world, but that's not necessarily true because I know plenty of intelligent people that drink Bud Light. They just have very bad palates for beer. All, but they can still not be morons. But what I so let's refine that a little. A lot of their target customer base is in very conservative environments, right?
Mhm.
The South. So environments that are haplessly old school when it comes to things like trans people. And um, uh, can I ask a very important fucking question here?
Yeah.
Do I give a flying fuck who advertises my beer?
No, I don't. I
Like,
don't care either.
I don't couldn't give less of a shit. Look, reality is
Yeah.
that when you're a publicly traded company and your stock drops, the shareholders and the board members are going to freak the fuck out, and yes, it's
Mhm.
going to force you to change
Yeah.
things. But if I let's say it was a privately traded company and they weren't pressured from stockholders and shareholders who
Right.
are money based and nothing. Fuck that. Lean into it. You guys are the number one beer in the world. You'll come back. I would lean into it and just say, "Oh, well, fuck you. This is what we
This is what
believe."
we do.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck you. Like we don't need to
They
kowtow.
did backtrack though. They
We
did backtrack
yeah,
about a
they're
week later.
because they're a publicly
Yeah.
traded company
Yeah.
and they're trying to protect their financial interests. Nothing more. But what would be nice to see, and you'll never see this in capitalist America when you're dealing with a publicly traded company, because again, their number one um, priority is their shareholders. Period. End of story. But otherwise, I would just lean into it and say, "Go fuck yourself. Go drink Coors Light. I don't care.
Well, that's what
Like,
most people are actually.
go for it. I mean, go from
So
go
Coors
from
Light,
piss to more piss.
yeah.
Whatever.
So
So
Coors Light's, I won't say stock, but their percentage of users went up like 30% after that happened. So you're switching
it
beers.
shows you how, again, like I started this conversation. You want to
Drink
talk about
piss, drink another version of piss.
or it also shows you how big of idiots people are.
Yeah.
You're trying to make a political statement out of a major corporation saying they support a minority group of people.
Yeah.
And you don't like those people. So great, you don't like them. Go crawl back in your hole and
I
sit
wouldn't-
around not liking somebody. It doesn't matter to the rest of us.
Yeah.
It doesn't. So who cares? Who the fuck cares?
Drink better beer.
Start there.
Yeah, start there.
Start there.
Drink better beer. If you don't want to drink Bud Light anymore, just drink better beer.
And don't and for God's sake, stop getting your panties in a wad. 'Cause
I know.
that's
Jesus
really
Christ,
that's really
man.
what you're doing here.
Yes.
Stop getting your panties in a wad because some company wants to support a minority
Yeah.
group of people. Like what the
Who
fuck?
cares?
You-
Who cares?
It's like you're not on our team.
Yeah.
You're not swinging from our side of the plate. So we don't want you. We want to pretend like you don't exist.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we don't like you. We've never met you, but we still don't like you because we
Yeah.
don't like what you quote unquote stand for. And of course, what we stand for is right. And a lot of this is empowered by religion, bullshit too.
Yeah.
So it's just a joke. Like it's just a joke. Accept the fact that you're not the only type of people
Yeah.
on this planet, and that your view is not king over everybody else's. But all that being said, and with as much shit as I'm talking about, pro-Magnon-minded people, it's also their right to not support Bud Light anymore if they don't want to. That's why I said Budweiser should just lean into it and be like, okay, we don't need you. We will come back stronger than ever. How about we make an analogy to our music segment? Isn't that kind of always what quote unquote sellout bands always
Yeah, yeah.
think about what
Yeah.
Metallica has done time and time and time again with every
Did
time
whatever the fuck
every
they
every
wanted.
time they've changed in their career,
Mm.
they looked at all the people that gave them criticism in the face and
And
said,
just give him-
"Sorry, it's
Like
our,
it or don't, we don't care."
it's our product. It's what we want to fucking do.
Mm.
If you don't like it, good for you, man.
Yeah.
You're entitled to your own shitty opinion, and
Yeah.
it's shitty. So you can go, you can go. We will soldier on without you
Yeah.
and get through it and continue to thrive. And that's exactly what they did. Now, did they lose money at times? Absolutely. Will Budweiser lose money here? Absolutely. Are they going to go under as a company? No. They're going to be there.
I think people will come back to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
They're going to
People
be
like, oh yeah, I remember berries. I remember Bud Light. Why?
Don't.
But
Don't.
ugh.
So, like, I'm torn here because if this does lead to the demise of Bud Light, I might be a happy guy.
Yeah.
But then everybody will start drinking Coors Light, and it's the same
Yeah,
fucking
same
problem. It's
shit.
like maybe we should petition Coors, be like, hey,
Yeah.
hey Coors. I hear I hear RuPaul is looking for a new
Yeah.
endorsement. I'm just trying to think of a celebrity.
Get rid of that
you know,
crappy
it's like-
beer.
Like it's just
But-
someone.
But then, where all the good beers gonna go? The good beers are gonna be gone. You're gonna be like off the shelves. Maybe mass producing the good beers. I don't know.
Why would good beers be off the
I don't
shelves?
know if everyone starts drinking better beers. When we just went to Wineco, all the fucking
Wineco.
Wineco, Total Wine,
Not Winco.
not Wineco,
Not Total Wine and
Wineco.
More. Wineco.
Wineco. Total Wine. Like their shelves are pretty empty.
You shop at Winco, don't you?
I wish I did actually, but
Maybe their shelves are empty because people stopped drinking Bud
Bud
Light.
Light. Yeah.
Which you know what? That's fine because I'm okay with some
Yeah.
better breweries getting more
Yeah.
share of the pie and making
Yeah,
more money.
it's good. It's good. Good for them.
Not okay with Coors getting it
No.
though. So if you're stopping drinking Bud Light, drink something better than Coors or Miller Lite, please. Don't just go from shit beer to shit beer. And for God's sakes, stop giving a fuck about trans people being in the world. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Grow up. Grow the fuck up.
There you go. That'll wrap up that part of this segment.
And don't be afraid of going to a party and getting made fun of a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. I don't.
Like,
Fuck, who cares? Your fucking decision. Let's rate it. Let's rate this beer.
Do we have to?
Is it-
What's our rating system out of? Is it out of 5 stars
out of
again? Is that what it is? Or is
Five
that
beer
10?
mugs. 5 beer mugs. Which
it's-
we need a shirt. We need a beer night shirt. So I think we'll eventually.
It's a 2 for me.
2.
It's-
Which is fucking tolerable.
It's tolerable.
It's tolerable?
Yeah, that one fits. It's tolerable.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's
It's
just
not
not.
good.
Like the more I drink it, I'm like, yeah, it's tolerable, but
Yeah.
it's not good. And it's definitely not a cream ale. There is
No,
no
it's not.
cream ale. I said this, there's
No.
no creaminess or aleness. There's no cream ale to this at all. Like I just don't. I almost wonder if they put it in the wrong fucking can.
Put the wrong
Like,
beer in
did
the
y'all
wrong
make a
can.
mistake?
Yeah.
Because
Because we got the wrong shit. I don't know.
I just I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Like this is
Yeah.
not even. It's not. What cream? There's no aleness to this at all.
Yeah.
This is not an ale. This is a pilsner at best.
So you give it 2. I'm giving it 1 because you just said it. False advertising. Why are you false advertising this? There's no cream. There's no ale. You falsified this bottle. It's ridiculous. It's a fucking nope
You know what?
for 1 star.
You know what? Nobody ever watches our videos, but like this will
Yeah.
be the one time that like a brewery watches our videos. Like this Lincoln Brewing is gonna watch this
Oh,
video
yeah.
and be like, these fucking
I'm gonna
assholes.
tag him in it and everything.
Don't do that. That's me. Just me.
It's just, hey, well, send us your good beers then. Maybe that'll come. You know, you didn't like a cream ale. How about try this one? Maybe send us some of your beers. Maybe.
for free.
Why not?
No, we'll pay.
Sponsor.
We'll pay.
Yeah, we'll pay.
We paid for these ones.
We did.
Actually, you know what? We paid for these ones.
4-pack,
You
too.
fucking owe us.
A 4-pack.
You owe
by
us.
the way.
We paid for this shit.
And the 2 that are in there are gonna stay in there until Chris's other friends come in and drink that shit.
Yeah, I'll be like,
We ain't drinking it.
they'll be like, what do you got for beer? I'll be like, you didn't bring any? Well,
Here's
take
a
this
cream
one,
ale.
yeah.
As advertised.
If you're not going to contribute, then here, this is what you get.
Yeah, it's a 1 for me.
That's
Which
harsh.
which is very harsh because it's false advertisement. I
I've-
can't deal with false advertisement.
Maybe
I am tolerating the beer. I can give it a 2 for the toleration of it, but the false advertising on the beer and everything, it doesn't taste like it says on the beer. It drops down to a 1.
I'd be curious to know. I'm curious to know what they do to make it vegan, because I don't know that has anything to do with it, and I'm hesitant.
don't know
I'm
either.
hesitant to
Yeah.
say that it does,
So
just because I'm not super. Because I'm not vegan, so I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know everything about it. So I'm just curious if that has anything to do with it, or what they do with it, to make it vegan. I'm
I don't know.
curious because I'd like to. I'd like to know. Like, I'd like to know. Is that what
So
the problem
vegans
is?
out there, let us know.
Is that what
I drink beer.
Is that what the issue is? Are there things that add body and flavor to an ale not vegan? Like, I'm curious to know.
Yeah.
Or is it just a shitty beer and the vegan is just something they slap on the
Hmm.
can to get vegan people to buy it? I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good question for our next brewery we go to.
If
Very
they
good
have
question.
vegan beers,
Yeah.
or if they have experience with vegan beers,
Maybe.
or if they know that some ingredients aren't vegan, then maybe they can enlighten us.
Yeah, maybe.
'Cause I'd be curious.
Well, is that it?
Well,
Is
guess
that wraps
what?
up beer
Guess
night
what? Your shitty
segment?
night of non-alcoholic beer got off to a rousing
This is
start.
not what I wanted to start.
Yeah, I know. You
with.
wanted
I wanted to start good.
you wanted a
and then
5-star
go
beer
down.
tonight.
Oh,
Like,
man, what are we doing tonight? This is some bullshit.
you know what? At least it's got alcohol in it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a plus column right
Yeah.
there.
Episode 22 of Beer Night. We have a full slate of videos coming your way.
And normally we have a funny random question, but instead
we talked
got
about
in
Bud Light.
political
instead.
talk.
Yes. I was
You know.
debating on if we should or not. I mean, it's a big Bud Light. It's a big, huge thing going on right now in the beer community. So I figured since we're a beer channel, we might, talk about it a little bit. So, if we failed, sorry, but oh well. That's what you get from Beer Night, episode 22. We'll end it with love each other, cheers, and we'll see you in the sports.